In 1906, Italian economist Vilfredo Pareto noted that 80% of Italy's land was owned by 20% of the people. He became somewhat obsessed with this ratio, seeing it in everything. For example, he observed that 80% of the peas in his garden came from 20% of his pea plants. The 80-20 ratio of cause to effect became known as the Pareto principle. From the inception of this principle, many scientists believe that this principle is somewhat correct. This principle relates to many examples in our daily life. About 20% of vehicles parts get 80% of wear. About 20% of questions account for 80% marks. About 20% of criminals account 80% of crime. About 20% of companies' customers account 80% of the complaints. 20% of actors get 80% of attention. 20% of clouds are responsible for 80% of rain. 20% of world's population is responsible for 80% of alcohol consumption. 80% of your interactions are with 20% of your friends. The list is endless. This principle doesn't teach us to stop working. Rather, it encourages us to focus on that work which gives maximum result in less effort. After its early inception, this principle was only used in business, but now it is applicable in many other fields. This is how it works in a business, social interaction and business. A few months ago, I had built a website for my friend's blog. He started promoting the website on social media like Facebook, Instagram, Twitter and other social media like Pinterest and forum. It took him so much time that he was unable to write as many articles he wanted to. He asked me to help him out. So I decided to make the process more efficient. I looked into his data and guess what I found? For every 1,000 visitors he got from Reddit, he got 80 visitors from Facebook, 60 visitors from Twitter and a few more from other social websites. I told him the issue and asked him to concentrate on those social media from where got his 80% of traffic. That gave him lot of time to focus on his articles. Now let's look at social interaction. In college, I dedicated roughly the same amount of time to the top 10 people I hung out with. But I realized that majority of happiness came from only 2 or 3 of those people. So I decided to dedicate my time only to them. That freed up so much time for me to read, meditate, go to the gym and develop myself. 80-20 principle for studying. I had a friend who used to study all day and night before the exam. I had another friend who used to study only for 4 to 6 hours just before the exam. My second friend always got more marks than my first friend. He always told him that he doesn't study much. My other friend didn't believe him. I knew that he was telling the truth. My second friend was not smarter than my first friend, but unknowingly he always used 80-20 principle. That's why he got better results during exam. My first friend tried to cover the whole syllabus a day before the exam, so he was not able to memorize everything perfectly. On the other hand, my second friend only studied most important questions for the exam which he got from his friends and professors. The another situation where he used this principle was regarding his time of study. My first friend used to study all day and night. Since a person cannot focus for such a long hours, his mind deviated to distractions. So he wasn't able to concentrate on the topics and his quality of study reduced. My other friend chose a time in which he felt most active and energetic. He only studied during that period of time and totally avoided the distractions. He also took small breaks during his studies and went out for a short walk which made him feel fresh again. As a result, he remembered most of the topics he studied during that time. So to conclude this video, I ask you to find out your 20% and give your best to it. By doing this you could double your results in half the time you used to spend earlier on that work. Also you will get more free time which you can utilize to learn a new activity. If you like these ideas and want to know more about them in detail, you can read this book. If you like this video, please subscribe to our channel.